Hey everyone, a few months ago I did a couple of covers of Come In Alone by My Bloody Valentine. I did one full band electric, and then I did one on the acoustic here. And I've gotten a lot of really good feedback on those. I really appreciate everyone's comments. A couple comments that came up is some people were asking for guitar tutorial to learn how to play it. If you haven't seen the covers I'm referring to, I'm going to link them right up here, so check those out first, and also please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I've never done anything like this before, so we'll see how this goes, but thanks for asking. I'm happy to accommodate, so if there's ever anything else I do, or one of my songs that you want a tutorial for, just let me know. Quick disclaimer, this is in no way like an official tutorial. I don't know how the song was recorded. This is more a walkthrough of how I played it in my own cover videos. So take that for what it is. Generally what I did for this one is I found some guitar tabs online, found some things about them that sounded right to me and took those away, and then made some of my own modifications. It's a cover. It doesn't need to be perfect. The point is to make it your own. So that's really what I was going for. So the first thing that we need to talk about is the tuning of the guitar. This song is in, at least my version, I did it in an open E tuning, open E major, which means that instead of your traditional E, A, D, G, B, E tuning, this is going to be E, B, E, G sharp, and then B, E at the end. So that when you play it open, it just plays an E major chord. If you think about an E major chord being your open 2-2-1, like this, that form, you're basically just tuning these three strings, the A, D, and G, up to be the notes that you would play for an E major chord. So that way, that's just what it is when it's open. Then the next thing that you need to make sure you do is put a capo on the second fret. So now we're basically playing an open chord is an F sharp major. Now the structure of this song is kind of weird. It's really just like 4 verses with these instrumental interludes between them. The intro, I do it a little bit different between the electric version of the song and the acoustic version of the song. But it really, if you're doing the rhythm part, just includes 2 main chords. And that's going to be, if you're playing open, you're going to come up on what would normally be the G and the B string, and you're going to play these 3rd and 5th frets. So open, 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 3, 5, open. And this formation, this kind of 3 and 5, this basic like power chord formation, is going to be used for most of the chords in this song, of which there are really only 4 with some slight variations. So the main chords for this part is I'm going to play that with the 3 and 5, and then I'm going to slide down to the 1 and the 3 on these 2 strings. But that's the basic layout of the instrumental parts of the songs where the lead guitar is going. So I'll play that real quick. In the electric version of this song, I also slide up to these 2, which is like the 10 and 12, 12 and 14, but I'll play through that section real quick. And that's the part where the lead guitar would be playing. Now on the acoustic version that I did, I actually was playing the lead part kind of within the rhythm part. I wasn't playing these chords up here. That way I could just kind of do both parts at the same time since I was only using 1 track for that version. So let's take a moment and address the lead part, which I play, just kind of did this one by ear. It sounded right to me. But I'm going to go up here on the 9th fret, which is now the 7th fret really, on the what would have been the D string here, our 3rd string down. And then I'm going to jump up to the G string. So You're just kind of walking up there for that lead part. It's a pretty simple lead part, but I love it. It's such a great melody. And the way that I was doing it for the acoustic version of the song that I recorded is I was just kind of open strumming and trying to put a little bit of rhythm and emphasis on those lead notes. So you kind of, I don't know, now for these higher up frets, I'm just going to call it what it is because I don't want to do the math. But this is 9, 10, 12, 9 on the D, 10, 12 on the G, and then you'll go up to 13, 14 on the G before coming back down to this 9. So 9, 10, 12, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 9, 10, 12, 14, 15, 10, 12, and then put a little bend on that to give it a little bit of raunch. So I'll do that with the strumming like I did in the acoustic version here for reference. And I changed the rhythm a little bit just to match the strumming and make it a little unique. But that's the basics of the instrumental parts. Really just your two chords that you're alternating between and then that lead part. Alright, so now let's jump into the verses of the song. We're still going to use these two chords, this kind of 5-7, 3-5 with open on the rest of the strings. And that's going to be our start, our first two chords that we alternate between. The other two chords that we use are going to be 5 and 7 here on what would be the A and D strings. Doesn't really sound great when you strum it all the way, but it's alright for it to sound a little bit weird. It's kind of a weird song. But you mainly want to get those three, and then the next chord we do is going to be 7s on the E and A strings here, and then just open on the rest. So those are the 4 chords. I don't know what chords they are since we've got a capo on and we're in an alternate tuning. I'm not quite sure, but that's how you play them. You really only ever have to use 2 fingers at a time and then just open on the rest. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And you can do some little slides and things in there too. I like to do those just to transition between chords. But let's walk through the order of these. We're going to start up here on these high chords. So that's how we're starting, alternating between these chords twice. And now we're going to go down to this 5 and 7, one on the A and D strings. And I turn you around when your hopes. So there we went to the 5-7, then this 7-7 open chord, and then we're jumping back up to the beginning chords. But this time we're only going to go through them once. Here, then down to here, and then to that last final chord, this 7-7 open chord. So let me play through that, just kind of taking it piece by piece here. Come in alone, you would love to let go. Chord change down. That's all. High again. Leave me doubts, run and hide. And you sit on this chord for a while, and then it goes into the next instrumental portion. Why I don't need to believe what you see. I like to add a little slide there. To look up Just kind of sounds nice. Sliding that up a whole step, 2 frets. But then when you land on this chord, you're only on it for a few bars and then you switch up to the high ones. And that's it. I hope that this was helpful. Let me know if there are any other songs that you'd like to see me walk through, songs I've done covers of, originals of my own.